And we don't want this to be some sort of self-help type of podcast.
We're not experts on anything.
We're not experts on anything. But we want to highlight what's good in the world and how people show up.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes. The sequel is better than the original.
From setbacks to comebacks. This is Love Take Two. Let's go.
Jaimie.
José.
This is our first episode.
This is so very, very exciting. Oh my God, I love this. And we have a little bubbly.
Listen, we're celebrating
the beginning of this fabulous, gorgeous show, Love Take Two.
Love Take.
Yes, that was perfect. Love Take Two, bitches.
I mean, we're just going to start right off with the champagne.
Champagne. Champagne. Aha. José.
Jaimie.
Tell the folks at home or in their cars or on their morning jogs, wherever they may happen to be, what we're going to be talking about in this here episode.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think we're just going to talk about what Take Two means to us.
Yes. And our own personal Take Twos. What does Take Two? What is a Take Two?
Take Two means something different for everybody, but I think that it is really, Take Two is being in your moment now where you are feeling comfortable in who you are in life and in love and you're really just having a moment. And this is as a result of perhaps maybe take one not working out as well, or you arrived here because take one, and it doesn't always mean take one was a bad thing.
Yeah, totally.
Right? But this is like leveling up now, right?
Right. It's like the pivot. It's like the moment after the pivot, if you have like a slight pivot in life.
That's right.
Or it doesn't even have to be a pivot. It's when you move more into your authenticity.
That's right.
And you are more in yourself than you were during your take one.
Yes. And what we love to say is proving that sometimes the sequel is better than the original.
And in my case, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And I think in your case, it is too.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Can we go into a little bit of your...
Oh my gosh.
Let
me take a sip. Let me take a sip.
We're going to talk about ourselves in this here episode. It's just you and me. In future episodes, we have
so people
guests.
can know who we are, right?
Yeah. We want you all to get a taste of our stories. I looked right at the camera that time. That was good. That was smart.
Wait.
Yeah. Look at the camera. Yeah. So José, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of like how you got to your second act. What was your first act?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And to be fair, I think we can have many acts in life. It's not just like take one, take two. Oh, I do want to say before we get into our personal stories, I do want to also say the title of this show is we added a comma to the title of our show.
Yeah.
Because how we think about this show is it's like our take two moment writing a love letter to our take one version of ourselves.
Yeah.
Love, comma, take two.
Yeah. It's like a sign off of a letter.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Here's our story. This is where I'm at. Celebrating, loving life. Love, comma, take two.
Like, don't worry. It's going to be all right. Love, take two.
Love,
right?
Take two.
Yeah. Love, take two. So I just wanted to clarify that because I love what we did with that. I think it's brilliant. So.
Yeah, and that was through the process of us discussing what do we want people to get out of the show? How do we, and then when we were going through the logo and what it means and the colors and then the comma, we kept going back to the comma and it's like, wait, this is what it's evolving into be. It's like a love letter.
From yourself to yourself.
That's right.
A love letter from yourself to yourself.
Hey.
Ooh, huepa.
Huepa, Vanessa.
So, José, let's hear a little bit about you and your life that has led you all the way to the moment you're at today.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Back in the day, I met this beautiful, wonderful man named Tim. And we decided, this is back now, I think in 2007 we met, the end of 2007. I get that part a little messed up. But we fell in love. It was all the things. It was magical. Swept me off my feet. After going through a series of these like insane, relationships that, I was always attracting the wrong thing. I was always attracting the bad boys, if there wasn't drama, then
really? I don't see that. I don't see that about you. That's interesting.
I mean, like, you grow up in these households where there's this sort of push-pull mentality. If there isn't fighting, if there isn't arguing,
right.
then the passion, then there's no passion in the relationship. And I think, that was a wrong way of searching for, but that's all of us, right? We all have to go through and figure that stuff out. Anyway.
Love take two.
Yes. And so Tim was the first guy that I met that it just clicked. It connected.
And it was easy.
It was easy. And you come to learn that you can have love without the push-pull mentality. Mm-hmm. That's what was...
And passion.
Yeah. That's what the wake-up call was for me in that relationship. And a few years in, we made the decision not only to get married, but we decided to have a family, start a family. And so we were really excited about it. I will preface by saying that initially Tim did not want to have children because he was older, 10 years older. He felt selfish. He even shared with me one time, he just didn't want to share me with anybody else. And I thought that was one of the most romantic, but like crazy. That was the most honest thing that somebody could say.
Right.
But I always wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, he somehow came around all on his own and approached me about it. It was this conversation he had. It was an interview that he saw with Elton John and his partner at the time and kind of discovered a little bit more about surrogacy.
Yeah.
And then he just said, I think I want us to have... He said, I'm open to being open to having children. And I knew once he was open to something, we were going to go all the way.
I love that. And it's like the sign of a good relationship if you can talk about something and kind of be in different places on it. And then the people go, like, my wife is really good at doing this because she'll be like, no, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. And then she'll come back to me a couple days later and she'll have thought about it and she'll have changed her mind.
Yeah.
She's really good at that. And I feel really lucky that I have a spouse who like goes away and thinks on it and does the work and then comes back and changes her mind for me.
That's something I don't do. I react right away. I'm like, I don't go away. Oh, let me just go think about this.
I think I'm the same as you. I don't do that. And I actually probably don't change my mind. So what we're saying here is we're super selfish and just need things to go our way.
He loves to travel. Yes. Oh yeah, yes, all the things. So we went through surrogacy. We found this incredible egg donor. We found this incredible surrogate. And
did you go through an agency?
We did.
Sorry, I host the Queer Family Podcast.
I do.
We talk about all of these conversations, so I get nosy. But this is not what this podcast is about. But I just wanted to know you did use an agency.
We did. We went through circle surrogacy.
Okay.
I think, and we'll veer off in a minute. I do think it's important our listeners know how we know each other.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Our son was born March 28th, 2013. I say my beautiful white boy because we did a little shake and bake where we put in one of each.
You guys are so lucky you can do that too.
Yes. I thought for sure I was going to be the victor though. I was like, you got two of us in there and I'm going to moonwalk my way out. And it did not turn out to be that way. But that's a whole other story for another time. But so Avery was born and Tim could not have been a more phenomenal father.
What a 180 turnaround, 360?
It was 360. Like for me, it was a given. I was like, I always wanted to be a dad. For him, it was like all these senses just popped up for him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it was the most beautiful thing to see him be a father. And so much so that when Avery was only 2 months old, I remember I came out with Avery in my arms and he goes, babe, you know what I was thinking? And I'm like, pizza or Chinese? Like, what are you having for dinner? He's like, I think we need to have more.
Whoa.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What? At that
dream
point.
Come true?
And at that point,
well,
for me, I was like, whoa, that's like early. And like, what are we doing? And, 2 months in, you're just out of your brain, right? Like raising this infant, this newborn, as we know.
So
and then we decided to go for it again. And
you already had eggs on ice. Or
yeah, exactly. Well, we knew this time there was not going to be any competition. We are not competing against each other this time. It's going to be all me going in there this time.
Obviously.
Right? But we still had the same egg donor, right? For all three.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, so you pulled it all together, but only One embryo.
One survived.
Got
yes,
you.
Sorry.
So I thought you had a batch and he had a batch. No, okay.
We put one of each. One of his, one of mine.
And his really did win out. I'm sorry.
He really did. He sure did. So I was like, you are out this time.
Yeah. You don't even get a try.
Yeah. So at 10 weeks, we found out that it was twins.
Oh my God.
And for me, that was like really shocking.
Yeah.
Tim was like, we got this. Don't worry about it. The guy who did not want to have kids, he's like, we got this. It's great. And so then at 11 weeks being pregnant, he went away on a business trip. This was in December. I was at a Christmas event. If you could just sort of imagine a bit of this juxtaposition I'm painting out. We were filming something for the industry event. We were all in our best holiday festive
as a wedding planner.
Outfits. As a wedding planner. Yeah, I'm a New York City wedding planner. Yeah. And we were hanging candy canes. Mariah was playing in the background. There was a hot cocoa station. It had all the things and all the merriment. And we were being videotaped for a promo for this new company that was coming called Love Inc. magazine, which is a great magazine. And I got the phone call that there was like a message on my phone, and it was from a detective from Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
And I called, and the phone call was, "Are you Jose?" I was like, "Yes." At that point, I knew something was wrong because I had called Tim all day. He was my alarm clock. Right. Wherever he was traveling, anywhere around the world, he traveled a lot for work. He would always call me no matter what at like 7 a.m. and he hadn't called me. And so that I thought that was odd. And he had done that once before and I gave him a lot of shit for it. And he promised me he would never do that again. So the fact that he had not called and the whole day was going on, now this is around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I knew something was wrong. And I remember in that moment praying that what it was a bad car accident. Oh, now I say that because I was thinking the worst of the worst, but I'm like, please don't let it be the worst of the worst. Let it be something like a car accident. No matter what it is, I will take care of him. And he said, "I'm sorry to tell you, but your husband passed away last night." And I remember screaming. I was like, "No, I know something happened. What happened? Tell me what happened. He's my husband." And
so the detective didn't know your relationship, or did he know?
He probably knew, but that was sort of like my reaction. Like, I know something's wrong. He's my husband. What happened? And he said, unfortunately, he passed away last night in his sleep. And it appeared to be a heart attack. And I remember I was outside of the back space of where the party was. And there was myself and another planner, Viva Max. And I collapsed on the floor. I just didn't know how to handle it. Oh my God. And one of the first things that happened was that I had twins on the way.
Oh my God. And how old was Avery?
He was 8 months old. Oh, and there was so much that happened in those moments. And so, and I promise everybody, this is a celebratory podcast, right? But this is our take, going through our take ones, right? And how we, Oh, and it was just a crazy time I don't think it's a good time to lose anybody, but it was around Christmas. It was right before Christmas. The last thing we did together was decorate a Christmas tree.
Your baby's first Christmas.
Yes. Baby's first Christmas. I had just launched my own wedding planning business that year. And then I had 1 week to decide to follow through the pregnancy. Because at 12 weeks in Georgia, you cannot make that decision anymore. And for me, I was very clear that I was going to abort because, as I always say, who the hell am I to raise 3 kids on my own? I can't do it. And then I decided very last minute on the day of his funeral, when I realized my son just lost his father, I thought, what if something were to happen to me? I didn't want to leave him alone in this world. So not only did I decide to follow through the pregnancy, but I announced that we were pregnant while giving my husband's eulogy. Nobody knew we were pregnant. So for me,
that's one way to etch it in stone.
Yes. Yeah. I that was a way, a church full of 300-400 people. I don't know how many people were there, but that was my way of calling out for prayers and help and support. And that was in 2013. And here we are. So when I raised my kids as a single dad for, pretty much 10 years on my own.
Wow.
I think where the take two started shifting and happening was during the pandemic when, I think like most of us creatives, which I think very much so this podcast is very much for creatives.
Yeah.
We decided to just make a bunch of crazy, insane videos. My kids were 5 and 6 and TikTok had just started
They're so
on the
close
uprise.
In age. It's just crazy.
Yes. And they somehow were, I was doing it for us. I was trying to break up, all of us, as we know, it was trying to break up the craziness of parenting we were all homeschooling and then trying to make our businesses survive. So we made a bunch of crazy videos surrounding family and, some LGBTQ stuff, some Latinx stuff, and they started to go viral. I couldn't understand why they were going viral because in my mind, they're just for our people and they were more for us. And it just turned out our family just seemed relatable to a lot of other families. Mm-hmm. And in the middle of Black Lives Matter, I think the media was really trying to find some inspirational stories out there. And not knowing once I shared how I became a single father and I went back to tell people for the first time how I, losing my husband and all that, then the media was like, whew, we need this story.
Yep.
So we ended up on Good Morning America, Today Show.
As you do.
And something that I'm very proud of this. It feels like I'm bragging, but I'm very proud to say that we were on the cover of Parents Latina magazine, me and my kids. And I say that because, most communities of color can be very homophobic. Mm-hmm. And the fact that me and my kids were on the cover of a parenting magazine that was geared towards the Latino community was huge. Mm-hmm. And it was really about us. Our brand became about bridging the gap between the Latino community and the Latinx community while remaining relatable to all families. And so that just brought so many wonderful opportunities from hosting and I met my new love. We've been together for 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And I feel very much in my Take Two moment. I feel I've been celebrating life. I don't take anything for granted. My kids, I couldn't be prouder of them. Mm. And I knew that, this feeling that I was having, I wanted to do something bigger with this. Mm-hmm. And I've done television, I've done web series, I've done the hosting stuff, but I hadn't explored the world of podcasts. And I remember rejecting it at first. I was like, I don't want to do podcasts. It's oversaturated.
It is oversaturated.
It's oversaturated.
It's about everything.
Yeah, it's insane. But I was like, let me explore it. And as I was thinking about this, there was something that was really missing for me. And I knew once I figured it out, which is I always thrive with a co-host. Mm-hmm. And as I love to, this, and as I love to tell people, there was one person I thought of, full stop, and that was you. And I thought, seriously, and I thought if Jaimie says no, which the chances of it are very high of saying no, because you're also a mother of two. You were also going through some of your own things that we're going to get into. Yeah. Running your own successful podcast, Queer Family Podcast, which I've had the pleasure of being a guest on, which multiple is how we connected. Mm-hmm. But I was like, fuck it. I'm going to ask her because it's her energy or nothing.
Oh my God, I love you. Keep going.
And I could not have been, I was the happiest guy that day when you said yes.
It was a quick yes, Jose. Well, first of all, you wined and dined me. You took me to this fancy, working office.
Oh, Dumbo House. Yeah, Dumbo House.
Yeah. And you were like, would you like some breakfast? Order anything. Like, you just made me feel so taken care of. I was like, okay, yeah. And then when you gave me the idea, of course, yes, and let's go. And then you already had artwork mocked up. You were showing me things. I was like, okay, let's do this.
I wanted to court you. I was like, I want to do all the things.
Yes. And it was a quick, easy yes.
Oh my gosh.
Because I love you. Oh. I love you. And I'm so happy that I'm getting to know you better now.
Yeah.
We knew each other because I've interviewed you on my show.
Yeah.
So I knew your story and I know how you made your kids because that's what I talk about on my show. But we haven't ever we're spending so much time together. We're making fun TikToks together, which I love to do. We're dancing.
Yes.
I finally have a dance partner because my wife only does it begrudgingly, and my kids won't do it with me anymore without making faces. There was a time when I could get them to dance with me for my videos.
Yeah, they're too cool for school now, right?
Yeah, they make faces the whole time. And I'm like, guys, come on. And so I have a dance partner. That's what it feels like. I have a person to dance through life with right now. I mean, I have my partner too, who I love.
We both do.
Yeah, who I love with all my heart. But it's just so fun to have someone to be creative and have fun with. And we're having a great time.
We have a nice rhythm going on. I love it.
Yeah. And it's a good distraction from the things I've been going through.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Just to state where I've been this past year, because I am very much in my take two moment. You talked about how you're really living in the moment and being present. And I feel like this year completely has forced me to really even more so, regardless of the pivot that happened that turned me into my take two moment, which is podcasting. The year I've had has really forced me to go deeper into living in the moment. And that's because my wife has been dealing with breast cancer all year. Mm-hmm. So my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer almost a year ago. It was right after Christmas last year. And since then, we've been on a chemo journey and a radiation journey and surgery. And she had emergency back surgery in the middle of the chemo. And because she was having what they call drop foot, and her nerve was damaged in her leg because she had lost so much weight from it's been.
By the way, this is all happening, it seems like, right after the election. So the world is already falling apart.
The world has fallen apart. Yeah. And my wife is literally emaciating in front of me, being poisoned from inside out. And I'm watching her struggle. It's been a year. It's been a year. But what that's done is really, really forced me to dig deep and try to live fully in each moment, because life isn't guaranteed. No. And she's going to be fine. She's cancer-free now. Yay. She's cancer-free. Yeah. The surgery's done. Radiation is done. But she still has infusions every 3 weeks until the middle of next year. Uh-huh. So we're still on a journey. She still has side effects, but her hair is coming back. So, we're on the mend, but she's still not. She says it all the time. She still feels like she's at 70% at all times, and sometimes worse.
But we'll take it. We'll take the 70%.
Right. And I don't know if you watched that documentary about Andrea Gibson, the spoken word poet, queer spoken word poet who recently passed from cancer, a cancer journey of their own. They documented their life the last year. And they were trying to live. And they just had so many wonderful moments where they were just talking about how, and they're a poet, right? So they speak so eloquently and beautiful. And I highly recommend watching that. It will hit you deep and hard, and it helps you to love every moment, love every fucking moment, love every fucking moment, and there's a song that Sarah Bareilles and Brandy Carlisle made from one of Andrea Gibson's unfinished poems. And it's oh my God, salt, then sour, then sweet. I highly recommend.
Is that the name of it? Salt then sour, then sweet?
Then sweet. Yeah, oh my God, it's so pretty. Give me the light years. I want the dark ones too. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. You have to listen. So now that's my theme song for this year, and it's going to be my theme song next year. I put it on every time I come home when I'm cooking in the kitchen. I put that song on to remind me, live in the moment, stay in the moment, love every second, love every second. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. So that's been my year, and I love that you said you've really dropped into the moment, because I feel like that's my newest pivot. That's my newest take two. And I'm going to try to hold on to this feeling as best I can. Yeah. Especially when the times get tough. But I feel like we need to go back to how we met, because it's part of my take two, my take one to my take two.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
So I went to school for musical theater.
I was going to bring that up.
I was going to be a famous Broadway star. That was the plan from when I was 8, right? And I went to school for it in Boston, and I worked professionally as a musical theater artist. I did regional theaters, I did tours, I did cruise ships. And I did it. I worked professionally as a musical theater performer all through my 20s and through half of my 30s. I was always a struggling actress. I never felt like I fully made it. I never made it to Broadway, which still hurts me to this day. But that doesn't mean it's not still there waiting for me when I'm like an 80-year-old, 4'2" powerhouse. That's my plan. But I never made it to Broadway and I always felt like a failure. And I always felt like, and all my friends, and we even interviewed one of them, that I grew up doing theater with, all of them made it to Broadway. I was the only one who didn't make it to Broadway. But anyway, so it was one of the hardest parts about my 20s and my 30s, just the struggle was just always there. And I always felt like a failure.
That so many people can relate to.
Yes. Yeah. And it gets better. Life gets better. Like you move through it, you figure out something new, right? So then I met Anne. I was in a really long relationship with my ex-girlfriend. We broke up and then I met Anne. It was supposed to be a one-night stand, turned into a U-Haul situation.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. So I met her, fell in love, easy, like just how you described your relationship, just easy. And I fell in love with her right away. We ended up getting married and ended up wanting to start a family. And the day after we got married, we were sitting in a bar drinking beers, as any good lesbian does. So in queer family building, this is something I talk about on my other show all the time. There are so many decisions that have to be made before you get to the point where you're talking about making a family. We have to decide how we want to do it. Do genetics matter to you? Do you want to adopt? Like, do you want to be the bio parent? Like, how would you feel if I'm the bio parent and you're not? There's so many things we have to talk through. Do you want to do at-home insemination? Do you want to sperm at a sperm bank, or do you want to use a known donor? There's so many things. So we had already had the talks.
Finances,
finances. Are we buying an apartment, or are we saving up to have a child? Right?
Yeah.
So all the discussion had been had, and it was always thought that I was going to be the one to carry with my eggs because she was older and she just never saw herself doing it. So the day after we got married, we're sitting in the bar. She goes, "You know what? I think I want to carry." I do her with, like, she has such a strong New Queens accent, but she doesn't. I mean, she does, actually. "You know what? I think I want to carry." And I'm like, "What?" So she threw me for a loop. And what that meant was, okay, this means we're having 2 kids because I am very hell-bent on carrying 2. I also would like to have a biological connection to at least one of the children.
Yeah.
That means we're having 2 children. And that means, shit, we need to start now.
Yeah.
She was 40, 41. So that meant, shit, we need to start now. And my career had finally gotten to a place where it was actually like starting to roll, and I was getting bigger roles and I was getting the things I wanted.
Yeah.
I had to make the decision to stop. Wow. And that was really hard, really scary. So I kept performing through her pregnancy. So my last show, I closed my last show. It was a chorus line a month before she gave birth to our daughter. Wow. And after that show closed, I said, I'm not auditioning anymore, because every time I audition, every show takes me somewhere away, and I don't want to travel once I'm a mother. I want to stay home and I want to be with my family. I know myself well enough that if I got the opportunity, I wouldn't want to say no. I want to go do the show, obviously.
Yeah.
So I stopped performing, and it was really hard, and I struggled for a really long time thinking I gave up my soul because we had to start early and to make my family. Like, I felt like I gave something up. I felt like I made a huge sacrifice, and I started teaching, and I started teaching dance, and like I just totally changed, and I wasn't fully happy with it because I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, you were mourning.
I was mourning my old life.
Yeah.
100%. And if we would go to a show, tears would just start coming out of my eyes.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Like when the overture started. It just deep, right? But at the same time, loved being a mom, loved that we had a daughter. And then we decided it was time to do the second. We wanted them to only be 2 years apart. So we started pretty early. We were going to get me like accidentally pregnant. I like to say there's no accidents in queer family building, but we were like going to pretend we weren't trying and then just tell people at a party, guess what? We thought it was going to be so easy because I was younger.
Yeah.
Not so easy. It took me almost 3 years to get pregnant. I had unexplained infertility. They couldn't figure out why. I went through like three IVF rounds, like over 20 IUIs, TMI, but we had to bring our sperm donor out of retirement because they had retired him. That's like anyway, if you want to hear the full story, go listen to the Queer Family podcast. But during that time, as one does when one is going through infertility, I started getting a little sad and feeling a little lonely and really wanting to hear my story mirrored back to me, really wanting to connect with other people's stories that were like mine. I needed some catharsis. I had just discovered podcasts and they were really taking off at that time. And so I thought, I bet you there's a podcast like about lesbians and pregnancy. Somebody must have created that. There's a podcast about everything.
Yeah.
So I went and tried to find podcasts about lesbians and pregnancy. Couldn't find that. Then I looked up fertility, found a lot of fertility podcasts, but they all were told from the heteronormative lens. And it was always a man and a wife.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, there would be like one token story.
I would say token, yeah.
One token story, but it was still told through the straight lens.
Yeah.
Right? And they weren't asking the questions I needed answered. And they weren't saying things like, they weren't asking questions like, well, how do you feel that your wife did it so successfully and you have a baby and now your body's not working the way your wife's did? Like, doesn't that, like, dig in to those kinds of things? I needed to hear that. I needed to hear other people who had similar journeys to mine. And I was like, how is this possible that there's not a show about this? Like, I don't understand. Finally, I ended up getting pregnant. Yay, woohoo. But that little seed of why wouldn't leave my head. Why isn't there a show? Somebody needs to create that show. Like, why isn't there a podcast about gay people and family building? Like, and pregnancy's going along. And finally, I was like 7 months pregnant and it just dawned on me. I was like, oh, I have to create the show.
That's right.
Jaimie, create the show. What are you doing? You're a performer. So we were going to a pride party that day. And I knew I was going to be meeting with an acquaintance who's also a gay mom who was also an actress and who worked in podcasting. And I was like, okay, because I know nothing about podcasting. I know nothing at all. This is nothing. So I asked her that day, I was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? I have this idea for a show. And we had all our gay mom friends there. We were at Cowgirl, of course.
Of course.
Of course, in the back room.
Oh, love Cowgirl.
Because it's family friendly, that back room. So we had all our gay mom friends there and they were all like, oh my God, that's an amazing idea. Yes, and we'll be on the show. So we knew we had enough episodes to at least make one season with all our gay mom friends. And a show was born. And I had no idea it was going to take off the way it did. I really did. Like my previous co-host, Robin, she's not on the show anymore, but she would say that, oh, I always knew we were going to take over the world domination. She would always say that. And I really thought we were just going to do one season. It was going to be a little cute passion project and be done. It took off because, funny story, other people were out there wanting to hear stories theirs mirrored back to them. People started writing. Yeah. People started writing in. Thank you so much for creating this. I've been wanting this. Oh my God, you've helped me so much. And then people were asking to be on the show. And to this day, now I just wrapped my 20th season. I'm 8 years in. My son is 8. I'm 8 years in. And I still don't have to seek out guests. People come to me. They want to tell their stories because it's cathartic for us. Yeah. Right? And so that's why I've interviewed you many times.
I mean, how inspiring it's been for our community. And your podcast comes up in circles. And there's so much that was missing for our community in terms of that conversation. Yeah. The conversation that we could all, and not one size fits all.
No, they're all different.
There is this commonality of not knowing, not having this place where we can feel safe, feel seen, and feel heard.
Yes.
And you provided that for our community, which was just magical for us. And the fact that it's 20 seasons in, and you've been carrying, to be clear, you've been carrying most of these seasons on your own.
Yes.
Right?
Like I started with a co-host who knew a lot, taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robin, for helping me through it. And then she left. And I've been on my own ever since.
Yeah. And you proved that you could take this little passion project and make it into, I mean, this podcast for me feels like iconic for our community. It's legendary.
Oh my
legendary.
God. Yes. Thank you. I love you. You can talk to me anytime. Just use any words you want. that's my second act. I became from this like struggling musical theater actress who still to this day feels like a failure because I didn't make it to Broadway. I've stepped into this new life and I'm a podcaster. Now I'm making a podcast with you, an in studio, very beautiful one, not in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's different about what your podcast and what we're creating together, right? Yeah. It's like we're doing
this is leveling up.
Yeah, we're both leveling up in our lives right now.
Yes.
But I want to go back quickly to you talking about, I still feel like a failure, right? But the first thing that I thought of as soon as you said that, the word purpose came to mind, which is maybe that just wasn't your purpose. And we love Broadway. We love entertaining. We love doing things for the people. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to make some assumptions here because I'm not an actor. A lot of that world is self-serving. It is about us.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No shame in that. Yeah,
there's no shame in that because that's something you're passionate about, acting and playing these other characters. But what you've turned your podcast into is this was your calling or this was your purpose in life.
Yeah,
you're
so right.
Yeah,
I think through that struggle, I found my purpose. And I was somebody was interviewing, Brian of Gays with Kids was just interviewing me yesterday for something. And I said that. He said, where do you see this show going? Do you see it ending anytime soon? I said, no, I don't think I can stop until the stories stop coming in. Yeah. I'm not stopping because it really has. It's turned into my purpose.
Yeah.
It gives me meaning. It gives my life meaning. And I was faced with possibly ending it when my co-host left the show rather abruptly. Uh-huh. And I felt like I didn't really know what to do or how to do it. I hadn't really been given the reins to do much in the aspect.
To be clear, you're never leaving me, by the way.
No, I'm not. I will never leave you. And that feels like such a pivotal moment for me when she left. And I was grappling with this decision. Do I keep going? Do I keep this going? I don't know how I'm going to do this. I still have my day job. I don't know how to do this. And I made the decision to do it.
Yeah.
And I put all my grit and all my energy behind it. And I hit the ground freaking running.
Yeah.
And it has really given me all the meaning in my life.
And we don't have to get into too much the details of like the breakup, but whenever we have these relationships, whether in love, life, work, that where you feel like somebody did you wrong, somebody did you dirty. I'm not saying she did you dirty. I'm creating a bit of a story here and projecting from my own experiences. It's just that cliche of there's nothing sweeter than success when it comes to revenge, right? What's that saying? There's no sweeter revenge than success.
Yeah, maybe that is the saying. And I feel that to my core.
And you don't do it by confrontation. You don't do it by like, it's like you just do it. You go for it and let people watch from afar.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Failure's not an option here.
Yeah.
And it's my purpose and I care so deeply about the work.
Yeah.
That it's hard work, it's a lot of work, but it comes easy.
Yeah. Well, and then what I want to say about this is now here we are in this space with Love Take Two. And it's, for me, this is the next iteration of purpose.
Yes.
And because now what we're putting out is having guests. We have wonderful guests.
Such a great lineup of guests. See, the cool thing about being with a content creator, y'all, is he knows a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my! I've met so many amazing people just being with you, Jose.
Oh my God.
Including you.
I think we've been very lucky, and I've been so blessed to meet really inspirational, wonderful human beings. I mean, we have comedians, we have actors, producers, Broadway stars, and we get to experience their Take Two moment. Yeah. Like where are they in their moment now? Let's celebrate it. And I think part of the catalyst of coming up with this as well is the world continues to be such a fucking shit show.
God, it's a firestorm.
It's a firestorm. There's so much negativity out in the media. Every single time you pick up your phone, it's like, what the fuck happened now? What is happening now?
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse.
Like a hammering us down.
Yeah. And the most positive people in the media have turned into everything is just dour. Everything is really depressing. So I want to, I want this to be about people that are in their moment, people that are just celebrating. I want us to discuss where they came from. I want to hear the lessons, right? We want
lessons.
that.
Yes, the lessons and the living it and how you got to live in your moment right now. How are you living in your moment?
Yeah, and we don't want this to be some sort of self-help type of podcast.
We're not experts on anything.
We're not experts on anything. But we want to highlight what's good in the world and how people show up. And hopefully that inspires people, especially creatives that feel stuck, that feel they're in this rut as a result of the world around them just feeling sad.
Or their trajectories not going the way they had planned them to. I mean, the lessons. Every single interview we've done come away with lessons from their life stories and how they turned them around.
Yeah.
Or how life turned them around,
Yeah.
let's say. It's not always something we do.
Yeah.
Right? That's one of the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be like a nice, gentle breeze in your day.
Yes.
Like if you just need something to make you feel like take a deep breath and just feel okay. We got you, boo.
We got you, boo.
Oh my God, I love this. This is going to be such a beautiful partnership, Jose.
It's going to be amazing.
I know.
One thing we want to share with people that are listening, that are watching is tell us your story. Send us questions. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you want to just share something that is amazing that's happening, like let us know. We want to talk about this on our show.
Yeah.
We want to bring it up.
Oh, should we play our game?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
We have one question we ask every guest, so we should ask each other.
Yep.
And we have a little game we like to play. So, Jose, let's start with the question.
Yes.
What is one thing you would be, little Jose, would be shocked at if he was able to glimpse Jose today?
That I'm a father of 3 kids and somehow still a voice in the LGBTQ space all at the same time.
Yeah.
Growing up as kind of like one or the other, right? You you can't be gay and have kids, or you could certainly maybe be a rah-rah advocate for the LGBTQ community, but that doesn't...
But not necessarily be the beacon that you are. Like, I'm sure it would be a shock.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
You are a role model. You're a role model. Look at you.
I don't know. I'll take it. I'm trying to learn to say thank you when people
It's so hard.
compliment.
I know. It's so hard.
Yeah, I'd be really shocked by that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
That I'm gay. Not only that I'm gay, not just that I'm gay, that I am gay and my whole identity is wrapped around it and I have a whole career based on the idea that I'm gay.
Yeah.
Never in a million years would I have even realized I was gay. Like, I didn't know I was gay till I was in my 20s, so that I'm gay. And also that I use my voice for my career. I mean, speaking voice. I had an acting teacher in college tell me, Jaimie, nobody will cast you in a lead role because nobody wants to listen to your voice for 3 hours. My speaking voice.
Which I love.
Look at me now, Steve McConnell.
Success is the
and
best
I do
revenge.
Voiceovers for animated shows, so in your face.
Take that.
Okay, should we play our game?
Let's do it.
Take 2 or take it down. In this little game, folks, we throw out something that's out there in the world and we say if we think it should have a take 2 moment, like keep it going, or take it down. Let's end it now. All right. Are we ready? I have one.
I'm ready.
I just thought of one.
Okay.
Acid washed jeans.
Take down.
I think so. Take down. Take down.
Let's leave that.
I agree. I'm sorry if you don't agree, audience at home, but I think take it down. Take it down.
Take it out.
How about you? Do you have one?
Laugh tracks.
Take it down.
Yeah.
Take it all the way down.
It's
Nobody
weird,
needs
right?
a laugh track. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
A real laughter only. Thank you very much.
You know, they just said that recently with a show, and I'm like, why did we bring that back? We don't need it. Like,
they shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't do that.
Okay, here's my last one, and this is going to be controversial. I think my answer: dim lighting.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're talking to a gay man.
I know, and I say take it down. Take it all the way down. I like the brighter the I have a problem. When I walk in my house and it's too dim, I get mad at my family.
Oh my God, it always needs no overhead lighting.
I know, I'm a terrible gay. Because even lesbians are known for liking dim lighting. Not me, though.
No, and we need lights like on the ground. You know, are you kidding?
I like bright. Brighter the better. I know. Maybe you don't want to work with me anymore. I don't know.
I wish, I don't know. Okay. Angels in America.
Oh, take two.
Take two.
Take two, take three, take 10. Yeah. That play is a work of art. Okay. Beautiful. Have you seen it, read it?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it. Oh, I saw the movie.
Yeah.
I never saw it on stage.
Al Pacino was in that, I think, right? Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't even remember. I love that play. I read it in college, and I did scenes from it in college. Everybody does that iconic
I'm
scene.
on the fence. I'm on the fence about it.
Oh.
I think I need to rewatch it and see if it would make sense for today.
We're watching it together. It's so deep.
I know.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay. Well, this has been thrilling.
Yes.
I'm so happy we're doing this together, and I hope everybody enjoys it and tunes in every week, every Monday.
Every week. It's going to be a good time.
Yep, every Monday. Tune in, or whenever you want to tune in, but and you can watch it too, because it's a vodcast.
It's a vodcast.
It's a vodcast. How about take two or take it down, the word vodcast?
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Well, folks, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And make sure you're following us, subscribing, and liking on all of the social media.
Write us a little review, rate it, do all the things, and make sure to follow us.
Yes, it's at
Love Take Two Pod. That's Love Take Two Pod. Do all the things. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.